very pleasant Thursday morning again it is. Welcome once again to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM. So we are in the month of March. It is the second day of March. So we want to welcome in this second day of March. Welcome in the month of March. Thank you very much, Richie B. Have yourself a wonderful day. Richie B just worked a while ago. Long time no see, Richie. Have yourself a wonderful day, and the Up and Go crew. And thank you very much for joining us on the bridge. And of course, I'm in the Malacca on the Bridge 99 FM. And here is where we untangle. No, Lafayette, where are you? We are going to untangle the trending.
I'm not hiding in the wilderness.
Oh, you're there?
Yes, you're here.
It's only that your face not there. Oh, there she is. There she is. All right, fine.
Morning. Yes,
Before
I can't do the
start,
ready like chiller, but yeah.
Eh?
I can't do the ready like chiller, but I can't say morning.
No, I don't think anyone can. All right, so before we even start this story, you remember the last story that we spoke about with this lady who was supposed to have taken 35 million?
Yes.
You realize that it was a hoax, right?
The conspiracy theorist in me.
I'm not hearing you. Talk a little louder.
You hearing me, Mama?
Yes, a little better.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying the conspiracy theorist in me is questioning whether or not it really is. But, I mean, we have to believe what's presented until we have evidence to say otherwise. So, yeah, I mean, it was suspicious from the get-go. We were talking about that because, you know, how would it be possible for somebody to go into the vault, take out this amount of money, leave the bank, and another thing too was that there was no name released, and there wasn't the name of the bank was also not released. So.
That was what was suspicious.
Yes.
Which bank? It just said again a bank in St. Anne, like somebody who have to carry down with parish.
One doing like St. James.
Just another bank in a St. Anne. Like don't bank in a, you know what I have to say? If it is indeed a hoax, it is like you're saying, don't put your money in any bank in a St. Anne.
Exactly.
But yes, you're right about that. We don't even know what to believe nowadays.
Exactly. And that's what people were saying, that, oh, is it that you want us to believe that it's a hoax, or is it really a hoax? But we don't know. But it was a very, the entire thing in and of itself was very suspicious from the get-go. So we don't even know. I hope that it isn't so, and that people's money are safe and secure in these institutions. So
okay, so this next story here now, Lafayette, you are going to tell us the story, and when you finish telling us the story, you brought it to my attention. So my question is, what were your thoughts after you first read this story? So the story first.
Right. So an article was released on Sunday that some local ganja farmers are fuming over reports that a license has been granted to a company to import Canadian cannabis into Jamaica. So, of course, when I saw this story, I was like, hold up, wait a minute, what? Is this a joke? Because I never really want to believe that this is true. It's like, yeah, carry water, as we would say, go see. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, apparently the president of the Jamaica Cannabis Licensed Association, Rear Admiral Harley Lewin, who is a former police commissioner, interestingly, he asked growers, apparently they have a WhatsApp group with over 60 individuals. He asked them to figuratively holster their weapons and keep their powder dry, noting that the Cannabis Licensing Authority CLA was aware of the ire created within the local industry following the latest development. Of course, the people would have upset. Anybody would be upset.
So what he was saying, I didn't get at first. What was he saying?
Right. So he was basically telling them to calm down, just wait a bit, allow things to proceed, because he was saying that he brought it to their attention to do a review, and they said that they're reviewing, they would re-examine the matter or the granting of the license, basically. That's
so the license has not yet been granted.
Right.
Oh, but they are thinking about it.
It says that it was granted, but they are now revisiting the granting of that license and what that would look like and how it would impact our farmers here in Jamaica.
So is when them restart to rethink it? At what point? No,
When-
I mean really and truly.
Exactly.
If there was no outrage, then would I think of something sensible? Something sensible there?
Apparently, which is sad, and that is why it's good that we have persons who are saying, "Listen, this not right. What are you doing? You're not even thinking about us." This is a case where Parson definitely didn't christen his picnic first, because I think in Jamaica we are so open to outsiders or foreigners. You know, if the price is right, they're like, "Oh, whoever will come or may come should come if the price is right. If you have your money."
But that that wasn't the case one time.
No, it wasn't.
One time, the wisest leader would have been the one who could have as few imports as possible and save the people their money. Guys,
Exactly.
our money are by Canada herb.
Exactly.
So the wisest leader would have been the leader who would say that we have to export and we have to find as many things that we can export and cut down on our import bill.
Definitely.
That's how it used to go when I don't know, we had leaders. I
Yes.
don't know.
Things and times have surely changed.
So no, to be honest with you, when you sent the story to me, I was wondering which was more ridiculous: the $35 million where the lady did run away with, or the story and the one you beat it in the laugh.
It beat it.
It beat it.
It beat it. It beat it. And I want to read some of the comments that
Yes.
persons, because a lot of persons were talking about it on Twitter. I mean, I'm not going to read the ones with the expletives, but
There were
somebody
many.
said, somebody said, "Look, when I come to see, the world once traveled to Jamaica to sample its ganja, among other things. Now we are at a point where we will be importing ganja from Canada. I feel sick. The CLA, more so under this admin than any other, has ruined the ganja industry."
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
and somebody else said, "Cannot fathom why the island, known worldwide for ganja, never trademarked their seeds nor allowed local growers to export their crops. Instead, Jamaica destroys every crop they get their hands on. Self-sabotage at its worst."
Two things, Lafayette. Remember, we always say that sometimes these stories are put out there
Yes.
to see if there's going to be a response.
Yes.
And,
yes.
and it happens all the time. And we're not
Definitely.
even conscious of the fact that this is part of whoever's strategy, even in our everyday life. You with that? I have to know. They're not little joke me around. I see him thing I go on up by top
true,
too.
it's
So then
true.
put out these stories to see if we're going to be outraged or if it's going to slide under the radar. And it hasn't. But my next question would be, who would that benefit? Because it's
Exactly.
certainly not going to benefit anybody here.
No.
So who is it really benefiting?
Da-da-dee.
Ta-da.
The persons who will get the money for such a transaction or a deal.
And no disrespect to the Rear Admiral, but he must have known about the deal, and he should have been shocked from before it even made the news.
Exactly.
That we had to be outraged. That he would have said, "All right, since you know outrage, then we're going to look into the matter."
Exactly. I was just shocked that as a former police, he's the president of the Jamaican.
That is different. I do, Lord, I used to cook cornmeal and give me dog. But that was before it
I was
raised.
stuck at that point first, but me say, you know what, laughing. Yeah, just yeah.
I was going to mention that, but you say, you know what, Elise? No. Don't go there because I'm
Listen.
going to say, whatever.
Boy, I don't
But
know.
that's the first question
is,
that,
It is because it's so funny because some persons were also saying that all these persons that were arrested and charged previously for having a small quantity. You remember the case with Mario Dean, how he was treated?
Exactly.
So what of this? And no, the farmers have always been slighted, and even though it seems as though those with the money are capitalizing or monopolizing the market. So they're always being slighted, no matter which way them turn, as would I say, makajuk them. And that's the sad part. That's the sad reality. Yeah.
To me, that in itself is a crime.
It is.
The fact that the people who were most abused,
Yes.
they all the lick them with Peter Tosh get, that's him have to sing legalized.
May I tell you?
Has come to nothing. But the people who are the most critical, the abusers of people who deal with her,
Yes.
are the ones who are marketing
Yes.
her.
Yes.
Look here now, and let me tell you
The
something.
irony.
If people don't continue to lick out against things like those, it will continue. Because if a leader feels that he can gain stripes, it's obvious it's not stripes them looking anymore.
Yeah.
Them past that stage.
Right.
Because you can't gain stripes. But you see, election soon come and we start here about the Republic. But you understand me?
That's another thing too.
But in the meantime, before we hear about the Republic, we're selling our people out.
Yes.
To
yes.
foreign
Foreign investors, yeah. And that's the thing we do. I remember I went on a tour, I think it was last month, downtown Kingston Creative, and the tour guide was saying basically we don't own a lot of these companies that are marketed as Jamaican companies. We don't own them.
It's a fact. It is a fact. But for somebody who has been elected to lead, who comes to us and says, you know, Jamaica, the land of good herb, is now going to be importing herb from Canada and feel like it's something him doing when it's almost like saying to us, you know, we are going to be getting people from Czechoslovakia to come to Jamaica to teach us patois.
You're right, Mama. You couldn't say it any better. It's sad, and it borderlines on hypocrisy. So, and people have all right to be outraged, and that's a fact, because it's like you talk, but it feels like it's falling flat. It's going to deaf ears, basically. So, what do you do in a situation like this? Is that we're gonna go back in time where we do all the rebellion and the revolts and all of that? What do we do?
You know something, Lafayette? I think they have already put out their feelers and worked out that that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And at this point here, now they don't even care.
Yeah.
Because nobody could have even thought of penning a deal like this if they cared what people had to say.
Exactly. We should be exporting something like this, not importing. It just doesn't make any sense.
Jamaica,
exactly,
known for herb, and somebody sits down with a set of people and decide that we are going to import herb and feel like a sensible somebody. It's not about that anymore. It's not about feeling sensible, feeling like a good leader. It's not about that anymore. It's past this or no. And you know where I'm going with this.
But you know, somebody was also saying that for a country like Canada, where we can't export certain things there, it just, everything just seems messy, like a really messed up deal. You know what I mean?
It just seems like these countries know, say, are some, you fill in the adjective for me, because I don't think the adjective that I have in mind is appropriate.
Oh dear.
Are some people we deal with who will do anything.
Yeah. Once the price is right. And I think that's where we are as a society, sadly, that we're willing to sell out.
Because we've done it before.
Yeah.
And we're still free. We're walking up and down free. So why we don't do it again?
Exactly.
So if somebody comes with a good deal, as I said, and said, you know, let us teach Jamaicans how to sprint.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will say, okay, well, we're here about how much is in it for me. Let us not say that. How much is in it for me.
Yeah.
But let us say, they would say, yes, that sounds like a good idea. And then you call yourself leader.
But that's another thing too. When I read it, I was like, are our leaders really concerned about the people, their well-being and all of that? Or is it just about, okay, inking this deal to go on the stage and to say, oh, wow, we did this, you know, we got this deal with this company, or...
Well, that doesn't mean so we leader them not so bright to that.
Or them just not care, Mama, as you said. Maybe they just really don't care, honestly. sadly.
Oh my goodness. It's and you see, and the thing about it, something else too. It really I've never been impressed, but now it's sickening.
Yeah.
Because, you can't you're selling out your people left, right and center. And you bet me when I tell you, as when them decide when election going to be, then you're going to hear about republic, 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 republic. And if the Jamaican people buy into it, what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
What we're gonna do? Because if them buy into it, then one more all upon you.
Exactly.
Two more all upon you.
Exactly.
Because them prove by them feelers that we will talk for 9 days.
And it just, once you get something to distract them, this issue just swept under the rug. So.
Oh my goodness. Something though, Lafayette, we still have power,
Yeah, we do.
We still have
we
power
do.
because we do. Because at the end of the day, we need to, if this deal is actually penned, we need to make the Canadian importers starve.
Definitely.
We need to be finding out from our farmers who for herb that.
Right.
For the people them who
Right,
struggle with this
right.
herb all this time. And people who sell herb, people who use herb in whatever way, need to be proactive.
Definitely.
And support the Jamaican farmers. And may I be put on record to say, make the importers of ganja starve.
It's true. It's true. You're right. You're right. That is where power lies.
That's where power lies.
Yeah, that is where power lies. We have that control, and once we realize that as a people, then we can do great things. But once we are divided, then
We're in trouble.
yeah, we can.
And
be
that's why
conquered.
we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And something else too, something as sensitive as herb. People need to start to question things like why are governments so eager all of a sudden to get
Yeah.
involved?
Yes.
And do you trust their involvement in something like herb that people actually going to be smoking? Do you trust that?
Exactly.
If I were you, I would have a very close brethren who is a farmer right here in Jamaica and only take my supply from him.
Yeah, true. That's another thing. That's a very important point you raised.
So you can imagine how much thing I go put on that the herb if you make it stay upon a certain level that by the time it catch a Jamaica.
The preservative is just like the fruits that we import.
Exactly. No, this now going into some people's brain, and already that would have been questionable.
Right.
But no, it is even more questionable, and these are some of the things that people need to ask themselves. Can you imagine what put on this herb here
Before
it reach here?
You see, that's the thing, Mama. We have to be critical thinkers when it comes on to we can't just look at it at surface level. We have to go deeper. And that's very important, what you just raised a while ago. So I hope people are listening and thinking about that. Yeah.
Because you and I know that, just like how somebody free for pen a deal like that, somebody free for buy what they want to buy.
Right.
So it's just that's why it's so important to have conversations. Because it's just something that, it's like even somebody chicken where we see in the supermarket and we look at how far them a come from and the long journey where them take for reach here.
And not spoil. And not spoil.
Bite. Yeah, man, as far as it come from.
Well, say grow what you eat what you grow, so it's kind of
In
a contradiction.
That was what leaders used to. A
Yeah,
great
well, it's like
leader
a contradiction now.
would come on the pulpit and say, we need to grow what we eat.
And
He
eat what
wouldn't
you
say we
grow.
need to smoke what we grow. But at least he would say that we need to eat what we grow.
Right.
No, it no matter. No, it don't really matter. No.
Yeah,
It no
those are
matter
just
now.
words apparently. So do as I say, but not as I do.
Me never sure if them even business with trickery again.
Eh,
You understand?
It's just like whatever goes, take it or leave it. It's like nobody's really hiding. Say this is what we're doing. If you want to come on board, fine. But we're gonna do it same way. So yeah.
Same way, so. Anyway, Lafayette, thank you very much for that. You know what? They have a song. you know, when I was looking at the story, I was thinking, what do I play
Yeah.
for this? But you know, Junior Gang has a song called Meditation
Oh yes, I know it.
that he has been singing about or warning us about this very same moment.
Yeah.
So we have it line up.
Yeah, man.
Want to say morning to our guest coming up in a few, because I can't see you.
Yes, and say
Mr.
morning to
Johnson.
Cavell. She says Mama, me not even gonna tell you what Cavell says she will go do to me if me not tell you morning. So let me come on here publicly to let you know.
What is she going to do? Just curious.
She a go scoop me up, Mama. I don't know what that mean,
She will
but
scoop you up.
yes, she
Come
can
in.
tell you what that
Morning,
mean
Mama.
off the ear.
Watch it now. Watch it now. Me just get this text a while ago. Morning, Mama. The one that in a fight against me.
Same thing, same thing, same very thing.
No mercy.
Just for your morning. So
So what was the message?
she want to tell you morning.
Just for your morning.
Yes, just for the morning.
Morning, cabs. Have yourself a wonderful morning. I always a call in the name in the man. Morning, and have a wonderful morning. And I always a bless up team Untengle, because just this morning, I said to Mr. Mackenzie, Clyde, you know that you're as good as your team.
That's
So
true.
once again, bless up the team.
Bless up,
Bless up
Mama.
yourself,
Bless up
love.
everybody.
All right. So Junior Gang. Producers Walrick there. There.
Good
he is.
morning.
Good morning.
I'm happy to be here. It's such a joy and a fun listening
Nice.
to you and laughing.
I saw you laughing. I saw you. All right. So it's our joy to have you on the bridge also. So welcome to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
So we're talking to Warwick Johnson, and he has a story. So let us start from the very beginning, Warwick. You were raised in Dumfries, St. James. So take us back to Dumfries growing up as a little boy. Tell us what your hobbies were. What was life like then? Just tell us a little bit about life in Dumfries back in your day.
Wow, back in my day, it was fun, looking forward to, we'll go to river, we'll go to the bush to shoot birds. Each time when it's mango time, guinea time, we look forward to go to the hills and locate all those trees and we'll have fun. But what I love most about those times was that I was able to build on cart, and we'll go down to Dumfries and that main spot where all of us after school will just run the cart down the hill and there we go and have fun. But I enjoy putting those cart together. Wow, it was a
Okay.
blessing.
So, all right. So, tell us what materials you used. Because I remember, we all remember, growing up, and the boy picnic them would have make cart. And them would have, probably them, that was their favorite toys. So, what material you used to make the cart them out of?
Yes, man. We normally go to the shop and get the empty redering box. So so the empty redering box now, we put that together, and Grandpa Bush was Grandpa hobby, so we look for all of the old water boot them and we'll cut off the heel and make rubber wheel and all that. So we put the water boot, the redering box together, and we few pieces of 2x4 or lot, and we make the chassis, and there we go. Like the sugar cane guys, we'll have our tipper truck. But most of all, we like to have our big brother in front of the cart, pulling the cart with 3 or 4 of us in that little box. And that was fun for us. And for me, I love to put the carts together because that skill, that artwork of, building the chassis, ensure that it is strong, building also the axle that it's able to take a strong steel and can, it was such a fun and creativity. I love
Yes.
that about it.
It
And
sounds
that
that way.
helped to impart into my life today to help shape who am I. So that's a great experience. I love those youthful days.
Yes, that sounds like a lot of fun. I was thinking a while ago about the old water boots that you're talking about. I am sure one or
Yes.
two are going to get some beating in them because them old water boots probably never as old as under the think. But it don't take the
That's
people them
true.
water take the people them water boots say, oh no, I make cat.
Hmm. That's true before time.
Exactly, exactly. All right. So
Definitely.
Dumfries High School. You moved from Dumfries. Hold on. You moved from Dumfries
Dumfries.
Primary School to St. James High, and
Yes.
where you learned carpentry and joinery. Was it?
Yeah. Carpentry and joinery. Joinery.
Okay.
So that has to do with all carpentry work pertaining to furniture, cabinet building, picture frames, and etc.
Right. So that is something that I'm sure you would have enjoyed.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Yes, man. I enjoy that class because my mom would insist that going to school I have to get a trade, and I was like, is it mechanic? Is it welding? And my grandparents always encouraged me to choose something I like, and they say, Warwick, you love build cart and you love build cube, so it must be carpentry. And then I entered into carpentry and I realized everything I put my hand to, it was outstanding. And trust me, that was a amazing experience.
But what I find interesting though, right, is that you had so much love for carpentry, but yet still when you went to Heart Trust NTA, you actually studied construction or general construction. Take us through that.
Yes, after I graduated from high school, my mom decided that she want the trade come out in me. So leaving high school, him say, "Oh, you not go work at no supermarket or just work anywhere, just so. I need you to get a trade." So now she decided for me to go to Hart. But when I checked Artist NTA, it was always Holloway in Kingston, Portmore, if I want to do carpentry. The skill, the vocational here would be available. Now living in Montego Bay now and don't have that relative and that connection for and couldn't afford it at that time for carpentry in Portmore. So I was encouraged to do general construction, which include little farm work and all that, but not majoring in construction. But anyhow, I obeyed my mom as any country boy would do. And
Love that. No, but can I tell you something? Your mom, in my
Sorry.
opinion, was right. Because you see,
Yes,
when she insists that you do a trade, is that I go save your pocket down the road. And she know that.
yeah,
Wise
that's true.
woman. Wise woman.
Yes.
Yes.
That's true. And I never know all that. And I think that was very good for me, being at art that time, doing construction. And I didn't like the cement work and all that, but I recognize it is part of life. You have to
Right.
just get onto it. And then I
Right.
put my heart into it. Well, tell you the truth, growing up, my mom realized that I'm good on the physical side. But I don't do much with reading. But when it come on to maths, I'm good at that. But anyhow, I put out the effort, and I would always pay the other boys to write the notes at art for me. But when it come on to the practical work, everybody have to pay
Oh,
me to do their assignment physically so that they can be able to pass their assignment and their unit. So it was a
oh
great
God.
experience and it teach me humility.
Yes. You know something, we need to talk a little bit about that though, because you
Yeah.
mentioned it a while ago that while you were growing up, while you were in school, what you were good at, you were very good at, but you just
Yeah.
had problems learning to read. Tell us about
Yeah.
that experience. Was it that experience that taught you humility?
Yes,
Tell us about that
some of
experience.
the time it gives me low self-esteem to have a teacher have me one side or after class to teach me intentionally how to pronounce word and stuff. But from my childhood days, I born stuttered, known stammer. So right throughout
Right.
school, they call me stammer. But that is an experience to itself. No, I'm not stammer anymore.
I don't understand that. You need to explain because everybody I know is stammer. Mark, you still know. I say it all the
Yeah.
time. My mother stammered, so I know what it means to live with somebody who stammered. And a lot of
Well,
it is anxiety, you know. So tell me how you think you overcame your stammer.
all right. My uncle
I'm not hearing you.
stammer and
Yeah, go ahead.
myself born with it.
Say that
Yeah,
again. We lost you a
struggle.
while ago. Say what you said a while
All
ago.
right, all right. My dad stammer, my sister stammer, myself stammer, few of my
We're losing you. We're losing your voice. I get that you stammer, your sister
yes,
stammer, your uncle stammer.
yes.
I got up to that point.
Good. So all throughout my childhood day, they try everything for me to stammer. One of the most dramatic one was that my grandmother always encouraged me. Anytime the donkey come in Warwick, you need to drink some of the donkey
Oh
water
my
and you
goodness!
stop stammer.
Stammer! Oh, so you did that?
Yes.
You did
And
it?
I hide, and I drank some of the water, and it never stopped. A Rasta man told me, no, a Rasta man told me, say if me eat from calabash and drink from calabash, me will start get stomach. And throughout my younger age, I do all that, never stop get stomach. It was just an experience, and my grandma beat water in a malta and give me to drink, and it just don't work. But to be honest with you, it's a blessing. I decided to accept the Lord and surrender my life to the Lord, and I make a vow with the Lord. I tell him that, look here, man. You show me now your love and the conversion in my heart, and I really want to share this love. So if you able to help me to speak, I will do my best to preach your word and to share your love with everybody. And
Oh my
Bridget,
God.
hey, Mama, Miss Lee, hey, trust me, everything just went, and I just start share the love of Jesus and proclaim His word.
You know,
Many
you make
persons
goose
encourage.
pimples come over me. Did you know that Moses had a stammer? Moses in the Bible had a stammer, you know. And it's
I
same way when
learned of it as well.
yes. And when the Most High chose him said, but oh, you gonna choose me and me stammer. And the Most High said, don't worry about the stammer, man. Me will take care of that. So that story just reminds me of the same testimony.
So it was so much amazing for my friends, my mom,
Oh my
and all my
goodness.
loved ones that they were like, Walrick,
Oh
Stammer
my
Wagwan, what
God.
happened? What happened? I said, well, miracle happened, and one thing I can testify, that's the love of God for me. And I
Oh
just want to keep
Lord.
humble myself and just
That's a
serve Him.
testimony. That is a real, that's great. All right. So
Yeah.
you left school and you started having difficulty finding a job. Hold on, let me see if we can. I think we're going to take a break. All right. So let's take a break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about what prompted you to start looking for a job outside of the construction industry.
Very
All
good.
right. Okay. So we have live on Zoom our guest this morning, Warwick Johnson. And I did tell you to stand by for a very interesting story, and we've been getting it so far. All right, so let's talk about the building construction course and what led you to actually seek employment elsewhere.
All right, very good. So finishing up at art, it was a great experience. I was able to represent the institution at a playoff with a few other institutions, and I was able to come first place for Granville Artist NTA, where I received a World Skills certificate, different from my general construction level 2 certificate. But heading out
Congrats.
into the field, start to do construction work with a few contractors. After a time, I work for a month or 2 months, 3 months. Then like weeks or a month, I would be off job again. Then I was like, I want something constant. And then I wasn't getting the construction work as it used to and as our desire. Then my sister spoke with a manager from CPJ, that's Caribbean Producers Jamaica Limited in Montego Bay. So I was encouraged to visit to have an interview with the company. So then and there, I do the interview and I was successful. But happy to know after I was successful for the interview for a week or two, Artiste called me, giving me an offer that they see my information and their system and that I'm qualified for a supervisor position. They have available at IBUR Star for maintenance supervisor. But then and there, I was so excited for that new job. But at Caribbean Producers Jamaica Limited, the HR, the human resource, said that they can't afford to let me go at this time.
You
So
just started the job.
yes, and they were encouraged to speak with the manager at the head office at Doom at that time, and then she advised me that the best thing is that my company presently want to keep me, and that is a plus. So I must continue.
Yes, that is a plus. I love that. I love that. And your
Yeah.
time there was well spent also. Let's talk about the awards. You're a leader in a Warwick. You're a natural leader.
Yeah.
And all you see, let me tell you something that I've noticed about life. You see, if you just sail through life, you don't really teach nobody nothing more than for sail. And most of we now go sail. But when you can have obstacles and overcome them, that's when you really start
Oh yes.
teaching, you know. So, all right, so fine. So let us talk about the awards you received while you were there.
Wow, that is another one. Well, it was great. I remember at times that starting out as a warehouse attendant, I have to clean up the warehouse, ensure that box put together, and at the same time, I have to walk with a headphone. That if a customer drive up to pick up goods, I have to be ready at the dock to load on the goods and all that. It was very hectic, but I do it with all joy because it was something that I love, and my mom was proud of me. And when I think back, that I could be in the country, and my mom always said that, I'm happy that you are at it because I don't want you to be on the shop corner like your best friends and others,
Exactly.
smoking and doing what you do. So the pay wasn't all that, I even get encouraged from other family members that the pay is small, it better stay on, but for me, it was an explore and a great experience being out there, and that's what pushed me on the job. And for more encouraged, when they have star thing year party and the award for the end of the year, I was awarded as top performer for the department, and that was, trust me, amazing for me. And I keep on there, and throughout the year, I continue move up the rank shipping clerk, where I constantly getting award for most outstanding work. And not only that, I was so proud to get another award, PPJ Spirit Award. This include both Kingston and Montego Bay. A worker that is ever going, ever motivated, ever driven. He just knows how to get the job
That's a
done.
big
And
award, Warwick. That is a huge
yes,
one because
and
this is not
yeah,
only just your ability, but this is now your
yes.
ability to inspire others.
Oh yes.
That's
Yeah, and
excellent.
right there, on my little wall decor behind me, I have few of the awards up there looking
Me see them.
looking down at you right now.
Me see
So I
them, me
give thanks.
dear. All right. So I'm
Yeah.
listening to you and I'm remembering you saying that back in the day, your self-esteem was not where you wanted it to be. So how all of this impacted your self-esteem now when you realize who you really are or who you can be?
Yes. This really impact me. I just accept that. Look here, Warwick. Even today, you might not be the reader type of person who can have well, I can have, and I try my best and the reading sides to have subject degrees and all that. But I realize if you put me to a job for a manager, a supervisor to take on, you can do it. And I just accepted that I have strength elsewhere
Yes.
and I have weakness, and I accept my weaknesses and build on them intentionally and grow on them. And once I accept myself, I realize I can be the greatest lion in my jungle, and anything I put my mind to, in spite of the fight, in spite of the difficulty, I can defeat it. And that's what I use, as
Very
my
well said.
strength to
Very
just
well
go
said.
forward.
And these are the lessons that you learn sometimes on a job that is not well paying, more than
Yeah,
something, more than, wasting time on the street. Because there are very few
that's true.
lessons that you can learn like that. But you can learn, you
Yeah.
have learned so many lessons
Hmm.
about yourself being
Yes.
I'm sure your mom is very proud of you. So
Wow.
so then came COVID. Let's talk about that.
Yes, then came COVID now. I was laid off. I called back to work a week and then I'm off for another 2 weeks, then go back a week. Then after I receive an email that my pay dropped 25% because the hotel shut down and Caribbean producers provide a great service for most of the hotel and the beverage industry. So no job there. And then by then the Lord could have blessed me. I would have my home and paying mortgage, and I have a few loans that I use to help assist, like a down payment and so forth. And while the loan place give me like 3 months, break from the loan and all that, I was wondering what is it, what I'm going to do now, because I still have my bills and I still have my loans and so forth. And like any one who have learned life lesson and have a relationship with God Almighty, oh my, you have to get on your knees in those rough times.
You
You
find
have to
your
hold
need.
your hands. Yes. And if you don't remember to pray, you know
You
how to
remember?
talk with the Most High that time. You have to talk with God.
True, true.
Yes, man. So I just get on my knees and days I talk to God about the same thing. I said, God, you put a trade in me, and I always want to do it and stuff. What can I do at this time? And I remember, like when we go to bed, that is the time when mind relax, and when you
Yes.
lie down, it come to me and it say, but Warwick, a COVID, everybody they home and all this online stuff. People have to have online school and home school. What about build some whiteboard and bring it into the street and sell the people them and tell them how them can teach them kids at home and introduce yourself to the online class? And that was a good thing for CPG as well. With the exposure, I was able to meet a wide network of people. So now with the whiteboard now, and I build the whiteboard and I go out there and Barney Street, and I was able to sell one and two and meet some of my friends in high position, and they were able to post it in their business group, in their school group and school board and so forth. And during the COVID, I tell you, I never have hands to sell boards. It was a blessing.
Let me
So
ask you
I
something.
don't know how to
I get
explain
that.
it.
I get that, and that is definitely divine intervention to come up with that. But let me get this
Yeah.
straight though, because we're accustomed to talking about blackboard and you use white chalk. So how
Yes.
the whiteboard thing go?
Yes, the whiteboard thing now. We will live in the modern time now. Most person use the whiteboard, which you use the glassy white formica, and you use your erase, use your
Okay.
marker. But
So
the
right.
erasing one, because nowadays you have many persons irritated by dust
The
and
dust.
sinus issue and all of that. So the whiteboard is the replacer for the blackboard. So you do your same writing and you're erasing, and that's fine.
But we've come a long way, because back in the mind, Warwick, a blackboard, and you see if the teacher
All the
can't
way.
find, if you can't find nothing to beat the picnic with, and the dust that get through off of you.
That's
So,
true. That's
so
true.
it's a good time for you to live now, because if miss decides if she go through the marker at the canic, it now go so hot. So all right.
That's true.
So let's talk about the sale of the whiteboards now. So your market would have been school teachers.
Yes.
Who else?
And yes, and person person who do homeschooling, like who try to teach the children, give them little work while they are the home while they are home in the COVID. But the good thing was that what I love, I have a church sister work at Fontana Pharmacy, well-known Fontana, and she was like, Walrick, you know that we sell those boards, but we are unable to have that supply. In the COVID, I wonder if you can build us some. And then they sent me an invitation that I must bring a few of my samples. And when I bring my samples, they were so excited that my boards look so clean and put together and sturdy than the one that they sell presently now on the market. So I was offered, to sell them whiteboard, and then they give me a quote and I write up my receipt and everything, sell them the board. But then the supervisor advised me that if they should continue to do business with me, I have to do a business license. And then I was so excited to get my business license. And today that brings me a far way. I was able not only to presently still supplying Fontana right through, and also the hospital for disabled children that are at home, and many, many more bookstores around Westmoreland and Montego Bay. And, to God be the glory, I'm here to employ others, workers as well.
Amazing story. So now you are a
blessing.
licensed businessman and you have a company, WJ Carpentry and Services. This is such an amazing story. So my, as we seal up, because boy, the people them love you. So as we seal up, what has your ups and downs taught you about life that you would like to share with the people who are listening, particularly young boys or young people who are listening to you, who face challenges?
Yes. My advice I would like to give is that accept where you are in life. And at times it can be rough, it can be hard, it can be very low, but accept where you are. And the good thing about it, there is a God up above. So just look to him and just pray. And I tell you, when you pray and whatsoever, don't limit yourself. Tell God what you want. Be ambitious. Don't worry about any religion or what. Be ambitious and tell God what you want. And I can guarantee you that God will supply your needs. And while God will supply, take the initiative to put your hands to work. At first, it's not going to feel easy. It's not going to feel nice. Everyone might not see your dream or your vision, but you are working with God, and God knows what he's doing, and he's showing you with that experience. Put your hands to work, to all your best, all your effort, and I can guarantee you your life will be a success. Because today, I'm so proud and so happy for who I am, a carpenter. When I first started, first were like, a man leave him office in a long sleeve and tie, and in a dust, and old board and all these things. Today, all those persons want to be a part of my company.
Warwick, something that I'm sure you could add to all of what you just said, because I see it in you. Do it with a smile, because you have been smiling all through this conversation, and it's the kind of smile that coming from deep within. I feel it, I know it real, and I'm sure it has helped you along your journey.
Yeah. So just in a nutshell, just be a lion in your jungle. Don't be afraid of anything. Once you put your mind and your strength to it, you can defeat it. And just remain focused and be strong.
Wonderful. We could have end on this, and we should have really end on this, but I really just want you to just tell us where you can be found on social media, and then we can close.
All right, very good. You can find me Warwick Johnson on Facebook.com, and you can also find me on Instagram, j carpentry.
Thank you very
Instagram.
much. You are an inspiration. You have inspired me just listening to you here, and I'm sure you are inspiring every single one listening to you now. Warwick, continue to be that lion, as you say. And you know, your testimony is real. We feel it. We know it's true. And you know, it's obvious when the Most High in charge, you know, it's obvious, you know. It's obvious.
That's
And
true.
you've
To him
made
be
it
all the
very
glory.
obvious. Yeah, man. Thanks again for
Yes.
stopping by and sharing your journey. Wow.
Yes.
What a
Mama
story.
Elise, I
Yes, my
just
love.
want to say thanks just the same for taking the time out to listen to my experience and for inspiring Jamaica. I just want in a nice way to say big up to Lafayette every time. Girl, you're large. Big up. I appreciate everything.
Nice. She's listening and I'm sure she's smiling. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Thanks again. What a wonderful interview. What a wonderful young man. What a wonderful spirit. And this is the kind of Jamaican spirit that we really want to encourage. So one of our listeners says, oh, Jah, a pure joy me see in him face. Yes, we see it and we feel it. Lafayette, you hear that big up the door? Yeah, man, Warwick want to say thank you. Not sure if you're hearing, but him say thank you very much for our... Lafayette, so me hear it. All right. Wonderful young man. And what an inspiration. So I know that, yeah, you're lucky. I mean, know the next text we're going to come in is commercial break. All right. So we could take it before you have to type it. All right.
No.
So we have Junior X live online. Junior, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Empress Elise. You don't know, people them need a pill, especially these times.
Me if I tell you, look here. I want no. You see the pill we need in them time here. Me never sure if we can swallow it or it have a big, big pill.
I will take it in dosing. That's it.
It's about 4 times a day. Believe me. What a
Yeah.
piece of something them a put the people them through.
Oh God, my mama said it grieved me every day because, as you know, me is a man, me an artist, but me also have to watch the people them. So me can see what's going on with them and analyze, you know. Try to fix and find a solution, you know. But sometimes, you know, we see people react, you know, mama, and we all think that, you know, reaction is always to something physical. It is not always to something physical, you know. It can also be a reaction to a psychological push. And these people pushing the people them so hard and so bad psychologically, and we see them are react in some ways where we ourselves look on them and say, oh, no, more so not stupid, don't curse the people them. The main thing, the first law of the universe is self-preservation, and if you provoke the people them where survival is concerned, the people them will act in ways where, trust me, may God intervene.
Merciful Father, well said, you know. Well said. And you know, for those who feel say Junior X not taught the truth. Junior, just take away food for them. For about, me never go give them 3 days. Make we say,
Not so long.
no, no, for so long. 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. You don't have nothing at all for eat. And then you go and realize, say, how you think when your belly full. It's a different way you think when you're hungry.
Exactly, mama. And them time there, morals gone to the
Oh,
dance. And the
Lord
dogs, them
have
now use
mercy.
the morals, they walk past it. And we need for, you know, what we need for do as a people, I see how America analyze them people, no matter what. If a man come and a man start please and say, oh, and them have a labor feet already and them have medication feet. You see, with we as Jamaicans, it's just one big boop, go sit down and cool yourself.
True.
You know what I mean? Or
It's true.
you send them to a prison. It's always a punishment. Nobody sit and analyze to find out why. Because when I look at even the crime situation in a Jamaica, you know, Mama Elise, crime is like a tree, you know, a Senate road straight through Jamaica, you know, wrap up Jamaica, you know. And you see they leave them on the tree and the bullet them, you know. And you see the police and the soldiers them what them get for combat crime, that not going to work, none at all.
Not gonna work.
No, and you play the perfect song because that song I tell them the brute force not going to fix the thing. Because if you want to kill a tree, and as I just use tree as, you know, an example for crime, if you want to kill the tree, you cannot kill it by picking off the leaves. You have to kill it from the root.
Yeah.
And Mama, if them give me Jamaica for run for 1 month, me fix crime, you know.
You said that for real. I know. Let me tell you something where people need to know about Junior X. You ever in the street with your ears on the ground?
Yes, Mama. Like the white line.
You know, but let me tell you something. You see what you said a while ago with the brute force?
Yeah.
It's almost like saying to somebody, you're hungry. And instead of me feed you, me beat you.
Yes.
What a crime in itself.
In itself. And the crime is being committed by persons who were placed to represent us.
And then those people are asking people not to be like them.
Exactly.
So it's like, upon one hand, them hungry, and upon the other hand, them are take them for idiot.
Yeah. But one of the people, them hungry, and upon the other hand, they are being oppressed. And
Yeah,
sometimes,
man.
Mama, the people, them don't even know what happened to them. Them just react.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes it's sorry for them, Mama. Sometimes, I tell you, so even when I reason with the people, I'm going to try to ask them, what do you think really happened? Them don't know. All them know is to just full the belly because them hungry. I love my people, them, and I love them bad enough.
Yeah,
And
man.
sometimes I tell you, I cry tears, not the physical tears, but the worst cry for cry are when they cry in your soul.
That's true,
Because
and
there's
sometimes
no
it's physical too. Like
It's
the other day when me see the police them a move the man them off of the road and wouldn't even give them a chance to pack up them something them.
Oh,
That's
God,
them
man.
that one they bring physical tears to me. The man a beg
Yeah.
the bridge and say, "Me just want right after something them when me just wait." No, boy. That one they make me ball and his anger. So you can imagine the kind of anger that building up in the people.
Exactly. And when anger builds up, it's not an easy thing to subside. It's going to stay there. But I always look for Mama and I want to tell the nation this. I never see a rich man son turn police nor soldier,
Never.
It's always poor people picking to do them kind of work. So it's the same hungry people, the same sufferer. Take a badge, a gun, a suit, and a boot, and come out, Me not say sometimes the people them act out of, context sometimes, and act out of composure too. But there are areas where you can be lenient. Yes, the law is the law, and I respect the law, and I don't believe in lawlessness. But
Sure.
at the same time, a lot of these people, because them have a title. Yes, I'm a police officer, I'm a soldier, I'm this and I'm that, metropolitan, whatever. You just feel like, say, yeah, God, you must kick down whoever start, beat them down. Why you do the people them this? God, I look. And you say, God not play, Him take, until him give.
We ask for discretion because you see, just like what you said, Junior, you see, if we can see a set of people who have a job to do but have discretion, then it will bring out the intelligence in us. But
Yes,
if
Mama.
we don't do that, it will bring out the darkness in a way.
The darkness. And sometimes I wonder if this is the natural intention, to bring out the darkness out of the people, because I would assume it's intelligent people with psychology, some level of psychology behind them belt, and with psychology, you're supposed to have a certain approach. You have to think first, have a delayed response to certain things, so that when you respond accurately. These people who say them a leader role, them come publicly with some mistake and a fixed mistake publicly when you have all the time to amicably address the situation and you're not doing that. So what role you play then? It's like you take me for idiot, me a fool. You know what I mean?
Junior, myself, I'm a producer. We're talking this morning on a program we have called Untengle the Trending. And it seemed to us, based on what is happening, it seems to us that all of what you just said a while ago, if you don't understand psychology, I think even we are being taken for fools, because we still are under the impression that there's a system here and that the system, no, for real, and that the system should be fair. And I think we need to stop thinking that way and come to the realization that there is no system. They don't care, and it's more about beat down and take away. And you see, when we get that is data gone, then we can adjust how we start to think.
Yes, and then you see another thing to add to what you're saying. the other day, I think, and it's like something just dropping on my spirit, and it I said, but you see, what always I say, Jamaica land we love. But the way we operate, both leaders and the people, it's not Jamaica land we love. It's Jamaica land we used to love. When we look again, Mama, I look and I say, but Jamaica is no longer a home. Jamaica is a business place. Right now, the king owns Jamaica, and we there so called Jamaica home. No, we're living in the king's storeroom. You understand?
Lord.
Mama, it's sad the way I put it, but it is true. It is the only way we can see it, you know. And we just live, and it's like we're in the middle, and we feel to understand, you know. All we do is transport and distribute the wealth only for the wealthy, while we in the middle, we can't hold on for nothing, because as you get $1,000, so it done, Mama. You get a little minimum wage as you pay. It done. You get what I'm saying? Right now, if you have a 50 grand today, but I pray to God take your last and short the week, you know. I'm telling you. Know what I mean? So we need to sit down and to ourselves realize how we can go around this. And Mama, I tell them before, say, even your hand, the Almighty God make your hand, and your hand teach you one of the greatest examples. And is this way. You have 5 fingers, and if you have to fight, you have to unite your finger them. So the people them have to unite like the fist and strike a powerful blow to them slapness. I tell them this all the time, Mama, but them won't listen. You know what I mean?
You know something, Junior, I'm listening to you and I'm hearing all that you say. And you mentioned about the psychological blow that the people are getting. And if you are leading a set of people who have such severe psychological issues, when them are going to rally around and unite, and them same people that we're asking to rally around and unite, you know, them not psychologically equipped to do it anymore. And that is why we are thinking that the system is seeing this. Them set it.
Them set it, of course. And you say another thing to Mama, when we look on, it's like we the people living like some calves, we kick over them own milk. And I'm going to tell you why I said. You see, when we have money, we take the money and we do some destructive things. You know what I mean? And we tell them all the while, so don't think that these people who are lead the country are stupid, and they are not stupid. Them stay and them know. And if you have a child, and that child is not responsible, you will not give the child more money than you think him can manage. You understand? You never take millions of dollars and give him. You never take certain opportunity and give him, because you know, sir, mental-wise, he's not dead, sir. So we also, again, the oppressors, the tool, them of the beat with it.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. And that way around, you know, Junior, we are also giving people who don't know how to deal with power. So, you know?
Yes, Mama. You see it clear, and I like how you see it clear. And that's something I love the people them to see the thing clear. That's why I always tell you, say, I love you on behalf of all of we out there as warriors. Now they're on the line with you right now. We are say we love you, Mama, and we give thanks to the works we are doing.
I give thanks to the ones like that, you know, because you see, all right, you know, some music we there for talk about, but you see, because but watch this now. I say to my producer, you know, because my producer say, Mama, I look like TJ.
You know, even me myself, I'm trick me, you know, Mama. I did a day message to somebody say, you know, say, Mr. TJ, I remember myself when I like that.
True, man. Yeah, man.
For me, man.
In favor of you. So we are talking about you. I mean, I say Lafayette is a bridging way, highly inspirational. So she's supposed to sit down at the bridge studio and say, oh, this Mama did I talk about? Because when we are talk to a man like you, yeah, you come for talk about your tune, but your heart really warm for the people them.
Yes,
and that's why you can write the way that you write. Junior X, it's a good thing me want my team already is who me I interview. So, all right. Yeah, man. So see, my producer just text me a while ago and said big facts. All right. So you see, we have to have conversations like these with people who have influence over the youth them. And that is what is even more important. We're having conversations, but when we finish with these conversations, are we in a position to actually influence? you know, and that's why it's so important for us to have conversations with the you see all of the things that we did plan to ask you. They fly through the door. They fly gone, Junior. They fly gone because nothing is more important than what we are talking about.
Definitely.
You know, I've been talking to you for years. I mean, as me tell my producer, I'm a virgin me I go talk to. And one of the things that we've never really spoken about in any detail is the fact that you come from East Kingston. So make we start this up because just we never really explored a little part of it, and then we're going to get into this because we need to listen to that song there, you know. Because you see that song, that new song the way you have, that new song the way you have, you know, is really summing up a lot of what we just talked about, you know.
True.
All right, so make we just talk, just to, for those who don't know who is Junior X and hear this man just talk so much shoot on them radio and them wonder who this, just help them to find out as so let's talk about Windward Road and Rockfort, which part you come from, and we're going to talk about your mother for the first time too. We're going to talk about her, all right?
Yeah, man, definitely.
So Rockfort, where you come from, or you grow, or there's something they go East Kingston. So good afternoon again, Junior.
Yes, Mama.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about your East Kingston past, how you were raised by your mother. Because you see, in a march, we're going to celebrate the women, and we're going to do it in a real way. Because a lot of people like you, a lot of brethren like you, who speak with such authority, who have so much to impart to the nation, were raised by mothers.
Yes, definitely. As my father was like a wandering Jew, you know. And back in them time, I think it was even a part of the culture that a man just have 17 women, 17 baby man, and them gone all over the place, you know. But it was also a loving man who loved him children, them too. But you never really get the fatherly something there. But you see, because my mother a warrior, you know. And you see, this is the reason why I honor and I love and respect strong women such as yourself. Because my mother also was a strong woman too. And growing up in Eastern Kingston, it wasn't a pretty place, you know, because a whole heap of things happen. I see a whole heap of things, a lot of friends who you born and grow with them dead, you know, because of influence. But I give thanks to my mother, Magic, because we used to watch the world from our side, you know, because she ever shield me from the harsh reality. From the harsh realities, you know. Yeah. I'm a people watch the world from our side, and you know, she teach me. And, you know, it's funny because one time I look at my father and say, oh, you feel? But no, sir, is a woman teach your son to be a man.
Oh, my
goodness. I'm a writer song, you know, about it. And I say, if you sing that, I'll kill you. And I never bother singing it like I'm serious. You know what I mean? Anyway, you know, growing up with her out there, she do her best, Mama. Me and Basco Mex do a song about mothers, you know. And I say, Mama, remember when it's sticky and it's tan bad. And the struggles used to beat you like a sandbag. Up to now, I'm still a puzzle. How you make it appear to me as if you had all the answers? You know what I mean? Yeah. And them things that only can come because she cause you to feel from your soul. She's a great woman. She dead now, 23 years last January gone. And every year it hurt me just to see him as the first, you know?
Yeah,
but, you know, we know that, it's a part of life, and may God rest her soul in peace. And we give thanks to the lessons she taught me, you know. But growing up out of Eastern Kingston, as I say, it never this so easy, but we never follow the influence. We never take on them influence because in ourselves with the higher might, and no matter because you have one shoes or one pants and integrity to do it, you know what I mean? Yes, and when you stand for and you know, your concept of life, because you have to see life for what it is before you can move, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why I ask about this community? Because I realize that there are some people, for example, in certain communities, that when them hear a voice from outside of from inside of their community, who born and grow, which part them born and grow, and it's a voice of reason and a voice of power. It gives them a certain amount of power. And I know East Kingston very well. I was raised in East Kingston. So I know exactly what the atmosphere is like. And although there's a lot of divisiveness there, there's a special kind of pride where they must say, East you come from, East me come from too, you know.
Definitely.
So we know that East something there. So I know that based on how you spoke a while ago, for those who didn't know, now them know that this is someone coming out of Funo community.
Yes, man. You know, and come with the power to share the power, because knowledge must be shared, you know? Yeah, man. So that's what we're taking that earth, mama. I'm just want to use my 10 minutes in that earth and do something where I can remember, you know, lead by example, I believe, you know? We're not perfect, but what we need to get out our mind is that some people believe that, so, but now I'm going to try to do good because you have to burn good. No. Everything is a process, you know? And just like some people would have, you know, burn some Rasta people, or not even some Rasta people, let me rephrase. Some people will wear locks, them will curse them and say, oh, you say, yeah, Rasta, you have all locks and this and that. Them don't know, say, it's a growing process, you know. It's growing, you have to grow into this type of liberty. You get what I'm saying? And you have to choose your path, and when you choose your path, you have to stick to it and tell yourself, so, yo, I know it is a decision, because everything comes down to a decision, you know. You can change the reality at any minute, just the hour. You know, like this one, I want, you know, at this me I go do. And you just walk, you know, the part where they, you know what I mean? Yeah,
I love that. I love that. Very well said. And I think if we all should be more honest with people when we're talking, we can even, you know, the last time we spoke about the young artists them, and that you were so supportive of them. And it was at a time when people were really giving them a lot of hell. I think if we are to be honest about who we actually were, it would be easier for the young people to understand who they can become.
Exactly. The transition, mama.
Yes.
And we have to see the way, but also we can't even go too hard on ourselves and each other, because nobody was given a blueprint on how to live life, you know.
True.
You just have to feel your way through, and just trust that the divine and the ancestors will be there to lead you through inspiration, you know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, and one just have to incline themselves to time, be humble, be patient, and not run down nothing, because any all you see set, as so God did want it. As long as you're breathing, there's something behind the wall where you think you can pass it through. You know what I mean? You just have to trust and move through. Just move through. I know it's a jaded there. Yeah,
same way, sir. And you know, and whoever you perceive him to be or conceive him to be, because no matter who you say he is, you know, as long as it's the same energy where we all know him to be or her.
And you know, that is what I love with it, you know, because you hear say the same energy, because some people believe so well, and you know, to identify something, it has to be a physical thing where you can see and touch. But no, you see, the energy also, you can, you know, internalize the energy, the good energy, and then know by your actions, you can describe it and say, yo, this is bad and this is good. And we really are the conductors of both energy, you know, good and evil, you know. And as I said, it comes down to a child. You understand? And we are God and we are the devil at the same time. In essence, that's what I say. Yes, so I just you have to know who you come or what you come to represent in the earth. You know?
You know, Lafayette, I'm going to ask you to cue up this song, Purpose. But while we cue up that song, Purpose, another conversation that we're going to have, you know, is the fact that we are vibrational beings. And however we are vibrate today, let's just talk about me and you. How you vibrating today is not how you were vibrating yesterday. How I vibrating today, we were good, but we weren't this good. How I am vibrating today is not how I was vibrating yesterday. So there is a whole heap of elements coming to who we are. Healing who we were, because we have to do that something there too.
Yeah.
Making that choice that you spoke about a while ago to not be comfortable when you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And using your discomfort to your advantage to change your vibration.
Exactly. It is just like a radio with the EQ. Remember them radio the first time we have the EQ system on it and you have the treble, you have the bass. Such is life.
Yes.
All the emotions ever come to you, you have to look for the destructive ones. Because them play a role, you know. Anger play a role, you know, mama.
Yes.
Love play a role. Every one of them is necessary because if I born come find all of these things inside of me, all me have to do is just create a certain balance. And how the balance is created by the choice where you make. Because if I get up and I say, oh, me a bad man, murder, me have to go murder people now, you know. Me have to go rob now, you know. Me have to go do all kind of something to convince people say, oh, I'm a bad man for sure. You know what I mean? But when you really check it out, no man is either bad or good. It's just the choice and what him chose to display because the wickedest a man, as Bob Marley tell you, was once a baby. But I put it this way, the wickedest a man, if you hold him and box him good, him cry like a girl.
No, it's true. And then the wickedest a man, when you hear him man talk to him, sometimes you wonder if I see him bad man.
You
So
know,
there
like
is...
when she go drive a pot to steal off him head and him know a reputation and them take for himself.
Yeah, man, that's true, man. That's true.
You know what I mean?
All right. So we want to talk about that, Junior, because we don't want time. Hey, Junior
No.
X, you know how we
so
do all
we
this?
can't take couple minutes. Look, you know, them forgive from the cock, the rooster wake up and put on them pants. You understand? Do for them time that till the rooster go sleep. You know what I
Me
mean?
tell you, trust me. All right. So Lafayette, signal me if you cue up the song, because we're going to talk about the song, but we kind of always like for.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So it cue up. So make we talk about the song after the song, please. So.
All right then.
All right. So play it, Lafayette.
When the wicked come, because I strive.
Voice of Junior X. Junior X is our guest right here on Untengle, here on the Bridge 99 FM. What a song, what a song. Only Jah lift I to the next level of consciousness. Where is your purpose? Junior.
Definitely. Purpose, mama.
What
everything.
inspired this song? It's everything. It's everything. What inspired this song?
You see, it's like, so sometimes more that to myself, and you know, like somebody I talk to you, but not to your ears, you know, but to your mind. And the conviction that come behind it is like, it seems intriguing to my talent. So I say, you know what, I'm going to decipher this energy, you know. And the energy, I tell me, you know, one of the reasons why most people end up the way them end up is because they don't find them purpose. And you say purpose is a time-consuming thing, you know. So you see the time enough people take care do the wrong stuff and I get all kind of halabalo. If them they just search for them purpose, mama, all of the time with them that push into them purpose and bring it to reality and serve the world as the world serve you. Because that's there for. Because as we're saying in the intro, only Jah can lift I to the next level, you know, a consciousness where I can contribute towards the completion of everything. You know what I mean? So we all have to contribute to this grand splendor we all share. And we just need to tap in on the energy there, the frequency there, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You see, the greatest service that I could have done to a tune like this is for play it. So I'm going to ask Lafayette, Julia knows I still play CD, but don't judge me for that. So I'm going to ask Lafayette if we just hold that tune there because Jerry going to put it on CD. If you have my links.
Yes, yes, you have a link.
So Jerry going to put it on CD for me. And Lafayette, you see, I'm going to tell you exactly when me come feet. All right, when we go off right here, me tell you when me come feet. Because you see Thursday come in, Lafayette, I'm a producer, me talk to. You see Thursday come in, Lafayette, I go play that song there. Because put fun and joke aside though, you know. Herein lies the power of music and the power that people like the I have, that the Most High, all the springs are in thee, I him says so, you know.
Definitely.
Junior, what a beautiful tune. And you see, remember back in the day when Fatis did the boat and him have a tune where I give me, him always I said to me, say, Mums, me I go arms you up with that tune. Him always describe it that, yeah, him I go arms me with that tune because of ammunition. Music is ammunition, is food.
Me not culture, but when me get the song and I'm a voice and while listen and things, and you come to mind first, you know. And I say, Elise, I gonna love the one, you know. Because I know some have to arms you up in the moment. I can't leave you alone for the battlefield.
No, you have to arms me.
Yeah, because that's spiritual warfare. So
yes, you have to arms me.
With you. Yes,
and here's the thing where you can guarantee. You can guarantee, say, when you arms me with it, me go arms the people them with it. Me not go sit down and me care and say, you got to have purpose. And the people them not hear the tune, I'll know. Yeah. You see me I say? So we're gonna make sure so that when you download pan my all-time CD and we're gonna have it so that way that we can play it. Because you see this is food for the nation. You see all of what we were talking about a while ago. You see all of what we spoke about before we even started talking about the music is encapsulated is the word in this particular tune. And therefore, I don't have to have a conversation or repeat the conversation. All I need to do is play the tune.
Yeah. True, Mama. Because the message is in the music. The medicine is in the music, you know?
Yes.
That's why our people them to listen and digest. Yeah, man. Incorporate the message in their everyday life. Because I just 24 hours get to live. We sleep out 8, 16 we have. So we can, you know, we can do better than how we are doing.
Junior, we run out of time. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's always a pleasure. Because usually what I, figure say me and you ever go talk about something totally different. Like I say, Mama, feel like that we go talk about.
Yes. And you're right, our dialogue, you know.
Yes. Because all his springs are indeed. Yeah. Thank you for being who you are, and thanks for being brave enough, because sometimes the who you are, when you realize who you really are, is such a warrior that you have to brave to know. So, well, I this, and I a warrior.
Yeah, disregard the repercussions.
Yes, just like that. Yeah. Give thanks again, my brother.
Yeah, I thank you very much, too. And bless up the bridge team and a salute.
Yes, I. Bridge teams are your favorite TG. I fear young people. Them say, Mama, your favorite TG.
Tell them say him convince me to become a steam picture, and I say, when me take the picture there?
Bless up yourself, heart of love, and send my love to everyone around there.
Definitely. Yeah, man, I bless up all the listeners. Enough love.
Yes, Junior, and we will play. So Lafayette, remember if you download, Jerry, please download that one, the urgent, because may come for very soon. All right, love that. Junior X, well, we have to rename him. We usually call him the prince of the battlefield, but the king of the battlefield. And, what a talented is not the word, gifted. What a gifted writer and a critical thinker he has always been. So, yeah. So it's now time for us to join Beau-regard in New York, and he is on Irie Jam Radio, joining up Irie Jam Radio, or connecting Irie Jam Radio with the Bridge 99 FM. Good afternoon, Beau-regard. Good afternoon, New York.
Good afternoon, Mama Kelly. Good afternoon, Jamaica. Fully connected.
Nice. Fully connected.
Yeah, man. How's everything?
Good.
Great to hear that.
I keep forgetting you're going to ask me that question first,
Of course.
How is everything? That me can remember. How is everything?
Yeah, well, I have to check up on you. We can't just jump into the conversation, so Mama, and not, greet you and find out how you're doing and make sure everything all right. Yeah,
I'm good. We have our issues, as we all do, but we're rising above as best as possible.
That's what it is. That's what it's all about. Living each day to the best of our abilities and making the most of it.
Yes.
I had a wonderful weekend, Mama Kelly. Over the weekend, there was a show here in New York called the Black and Proud Concert, which featured Anthony B., Grammy winner Kibaka Pyramid, Pressure Bus Pipe, Turbulence, and a number of other artists that passed through, a special guest, and bless up the place. So that was a great event over the weekend.
I can imagine.
Yeah, man, showing you that the culture is very much alive here in the tri-state area. We don't get too much of the culture shows, especially when it comes around to the summertime and so much people, them want the outside, it's more of the dancehall vibes that you get when it comes to shows. So,
So what was the response like? And
it was a great turnout. Amazura is a very big concert hall, and a good amount of people was in the hall, almost full to capacity. So,
that
hats
means
off
and
to
it's different generations of musicians. So that
exactly.
yeah, that's
Yes.
good.
Yeah, man. The last
That's
time we
good.
we see things like those where people come out to see cultural artists is, when Iri Jam used to do Iri Jamboree and Oraka Bessa and shows of that nature here in the New York tri-state area. So,
Yeah.
hopefully we can start seeing more of those coming back, and, the reggae music and the culture music can start to take back a form and take back its place in our culture.
You know what I'd love to see more of too? I would love to see, because it seems as though there's a growing disconnect between dancehall people and reggae people. I would like to at every level, our level, producers level, writers level, bridge that gap, because it would be a shame, because that energy that we all have together, we need it.
True, Mama.
So,
And me being a selector, I can also burn a small fire upon a lot of selectors. Because some of them, they do forget this area of the music sometimes throughout the night. You
Yes.
go to some events and you don't hear nothing named culture. You
Same
don't
so.
hear nothing named reggae. You don't hear one singing song. So it we have to burn a fire upon some of the selectors. Not all of them, Mama, but some of them.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, okay, fine. Most selectors are young and them going to be playing the music of the young. But just in terms of responsibility, because the music nice already, no, like say I play the music because it no good, but you're trying to be responsible.
And the thing needs a balance.
It needs a balance.
Yeah.
And the balance that you identify, sometimes it's the same thing with over the other side. Because you go to a party and is reggae people and international reggae people and it's nice. And then you say to yourself, but Ray, have a nice tune to why not play that? So we kind of want it on both sides.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree. That's where it has to start. The people who are representing the music. Even though you said the producers, they are making the music. The artists are making the music, but we who present the music have to make sure that we don't, leave these on the shelves and, just promote one thing.
And so we play a big role in that.
Yeah, man. So,
Big role. I was reading an article the other day that said that the average inner city youth does not identify with reggae, and is really that's nowadays,
Right.
and is really they were suggesting that is really the middle class Jamaican youths that identifying with reggae, and the inner city youths don't identify with reggae and identify more with dancehall. And I wouldn't say that's sad, because dancehall is dancehall. And dancehall has always been around, but we can't make it so that them either feel left out as selectors, either way.
True. And I've also heard the conversation where people are saying, there are nations and countries and the rest of the world who are just starting to identify with reggae. In terms of they're picking up the banner and waving it very high, Mama Kelly. And when you go to some of these places, you see how much they love it. Even the younger generation, it's something new to a lot of people. And I've seen the videos where young people are, and it's not old videos, it's new videos where young people you can see that they're just learning, and just this thing has just came into their lives and they're gravitating towards it. So
And let me tell you my experience with those kids. You see, once them catch on, it's droves of them coming to the next reggae concert,
I'm telling you.
So in terms of where they can position reggae, we need everybody, because them people, it's like them traveling groves, hordes, and the whole college, if them go to college, them whole family, no matter what age group, they'll be coming to the next reggae show with them. And
True.
that is just such a wonderful thing. But at the same time, let me tell you something, J.C. Beau-regard. You see, dancehall, when you really, if you're honest with your whole body and the experience that your body give you, forget your mind, right? No, but just the experience that your body tells you about listening to a dancehall show. It's electrifying body,
Of course, electric boogie, man.
It is just, there's just so much energy in dancehall and even the
Yes.
culture too, that we have to
Yes.
just make sure, say, we accept that and preserve it.
True indeed, Mama Kelly. And you know, yesterday was one of the pioneers, a man who definitely took reggae music and the culture on an international level and brought so many international audiences to start to look at it. I want to big up Harry Belafonte, who celebrated a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to him, and also to Mr. Burning Spear, Mr. Winston Rodney. Also
And he's
yesterday
on the
was
1st of March.
yes,
That was
his
yesterday.
birthday. Yes.
Yes, Harry Belafonte's was when? Yesterday too?
They have it as yesterday, and they also have it as today.
Oh,
So,
but we sure Burning Spear was yesterday.
Yes, yes,
Happy belated Burning Spear.
right. And
And
Kiprich
Harry
is
Belafonte.
Kiprich is today is his birthday. So happy
Oh.
birthday, Kiprich.
Happy birthday, Kiprich. If you see him along your path, you will quicker see him than me. Please wish him happy birthday for me.
You know, two things real quick, Mama Kelly. Big up to one of my brethren, Daily Bread. You know, I played at one of his events over the weekend past, and he's now in Jamaica because the event that he kept was, you know, all proceeds was for a foundation called the More Love Foundation in St. Thomas. So he's in Jamaica right now to do some give backs on behalf of the foundation to the children of St. Thomas. So big up to Daily Bread.
Yeah, big up, big up.
Yeah, man.
Real.
And one of the disturbing situations we saw happened earlier this week, Mama Kelly, in St. Catherine. What was that? Portmore, with the robbery that took place at the JN Bank. You know, that's very, very disturbing. It just goes to show you that you don't know when you get up on a Monday morning and say you'll go work. If you go put in your hours to make that money to feed your family, you're not sure if you're going to come back home. And here we have a situation where these people got up, you know, early Monday morning and said them to go work to earn an honest living. And this is what took place. You know, condolences to that man who lost his life. But it's a sad situation, and I've
Very sad.
seen a clip from CCTV footage, Mama Kelly, and the amount of gunshots where we hear ring out. I'm not sure if any of those the people who were transferring the money or transporting the money were able to return any gunfire, but it was a lot of gunshots.
You know, not diverting from the situation, but you know how much for ammunition for somebody to be just firing gunshot you know how much money that? So
telling
that tells you that alone tell you say, and not just some little youth on the corner we get a gun. You know how much for them gunshot there?
So now this situation, Mama, and this is the thing I don't get with robbery. I mean, robbery is not right, none at all, and I don't condone no form of robbery or anything. But if you're going to rob somebody, why you have to take them life if you go for something else? Like,
See him so.
you know, if you go for the money, then take the money and go on. Especially if you mask up and whatever the case may be. Why kill the person? Why take them life for $1 or however amount of money it may be? You know, I
You
just
know
never
why
understood that part.
I think that a lot of these people are not of sound mind. A lot of them either boost up on something, dip on something, because a lot of what them doing, some of them not doing it off them natural inclinations, you know.
Right.
So in order to do some of them, there's something there. It's like them have to drugs out or booze out or whatever out to do it. So a lot of times you're confronted by people who not in control of themselves.
Right. And you know, for them to kill this man and shoot the other security driver, the other person who was involved with the security company, you know, it just goes to show you what kind of nation and society and, you know, the type of country that we are now living in, Mama Kelly. And for those who commit these robberies and things of this nature, when you spend them money, I drink, some people, like you say, Mama Kelly, them drugs up and them booze up and all kind of thing. When you not drink, it's like a blood when you not drink, because of the same money, a blood money. When you not
True,
eat, it's
man.
like you eat flesh, because of flesh, you take forget the money. So
Let me tell you something, Mr.
I
Beau-regard.
don't understand.
Every now and then, I'm like those people who say it's everywhere. Because I have to say it because it's everywhere. But seriously, we have a serious problem here in Jamaica. Serious. It's like when your phone go off here, it's not which family member you're calling or which friend, it's who dead. And that's just a fact that you can ask any well-thinking person who actually living the normal life that we live here. When you hear bing bing, you worry that one is a murder or two a traffic accident.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Too many things happening, Mama Kelly. Murders, rape, kidnapping, all kind of things are going on. It's
Yeah,
just
all
sad,
kind
you
of
know.
something are going on. And you kind of, kind of, at this point, if those who are to understand what go on don't understand what go on, and it's the people them who sometimes assisting in what go on understand what go on, then so we have issues.
But you know, the more these things continue, Mama Kelly, the more power and strength you give to the politicians to say, oh, all right, 50 years now we're no holding with a gun.
To be honest with you, Warwick, all right, feeling that the justice system doesn't work, 'cause that is our biggest obstacle, because it's obvious the justice system don't work, because me and some of those poor people commit crime and them one day a prison. Just that alone supposed to tell us it no work. Right. So you see where I'm going with this.
Yes. Why? We pray for better days there, Mama Kelly. That's all we can do is pray right now.
Yep. I agree with you. I mean, it sounds like, you give up, but you really haven't, because you're doing what you need to do, but we need guidance.
Our producer is saying we need to take a break, Mama Kelly.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be right back. And we have an interview on the other side, ladies and gentlemen, so please do not change your dial, stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us. So we have live online Kimone Meikle, and Kimone there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Oh, hi. So we're talking to Beau-regard also, or with Beau-regard also. So he is live in New York on Irie Jam Radio.
Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Great to have you.
All right. So first of all, let's talk about Caribbean Dreams. Let's the inception, what actually inspired it, that kind of thing.
Well, Caribbean Dreams is about 20 years old, and it's one brand of two of Jamaican Teas Limited. So Jamaican Teas does Tetley, has a license to produce Tetley in the Caribbean, and it also has its own brand, which is Caribbean Dreams. Caribbean Dreams was born out of, wanting to offer Jamaicans and Caribbean people, because we're an export-driven company, the convenience of tea. We love a bush tea and so on, but it makes it more convenient. It's in a tea bag. It's easier to carry around, easier to store everything.
I'm a big tea lover. I must say that I drink tea at least 2 times a day. I'm trying to get up to 3 times a day, but in the morning and before I go to bed.
Before bed, yeah,
Yes.
perfect for tea.
Share with us some of the types of teas that you have, and what beneficial health benefits do these teas that you have?
So
Give us.
turmeric and ginger. We have 2 different types of each. We have a ginger and a turmeric tea bag, and then we have an instant ginger, and we have an instant turmeric. So both of those are anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. We also know, just as Caribbean people, ginger is good for settling an upset stomach.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we have the Cersei and the Busy, which are good for, cleansing outside the body. I won't go as specific as to the blood, but cleansing the body and so on. So there are a whole bunch of teas that we have, and they have a myriad of health benefits.
You know what I'd like to ask you, Kimone? How do you decide which of these spices? Because just like you said, you have so many teas to choose from. How do you as a company decide which one you're going to focus on and why?
Well, it's market research. It depends on, if we are seeing an uptake or a need in, whether in Jamaica or sometimes in other Caribbean countries, because even the instant turmeric, it was something that was born out of one of our other, our other territories. And then we would obviously produce it for here. So it's just a myriad of things. We see what the market is lacking, and we fill that gap.
Okay.
You know, I was actually going through the website and I was looking at some of the coconut-based products that you have. You have the coconut milk powder, you have the liquid, you have the light coconut milk, which is 55% less fat, evaporated milk, and things of that nature. But one of the products that actually hit me was the coconut-flavored cocoa mix. Talk to us about that. I never had it before.
Yeah, so we're used to hot chocolate in different flavors. But again, we looked at the market and realized nobody does one that is coconut flavored. And again, as Caribbean people, coconut is very important to us in general, you know. So we decided to do a coconut flavored hot chocolate. It's a fan favorite. Persons have it hot. I love it hot, but some people also have it cold. I know a lot of kids love it cold. So, yeah.
What are some of the most popular teas? Let's just before we get off the fact of the subject of the tea, what are some of the more popular teas that you have?
Peppermint, ginger, as I said, the coconut. Turmeric is also very popular. Persons love the black tea. The black tea is from the Tetley line, so that's the one that comes in a blue box. Most people are familiar with that particular product. It's a household staple. Yeah, those would be the most popular ones. And
so you also have soups, right?
Yes, so we have expanded beyond teas, and we have a soup line, which now has 6 flavors. So we started out with the traditional cock, chicken noodle, and pumpkin, and now we've expanded to include ram goat, which you can use for your manish water, vegetable, and fish.
Nice. Very, very nice.
You know what I've always wanted to know, Kimone. I mean, all right, fine. You're talking about. Let's just say a Caribbean market, yes, but in let's just say New York or London, where a lot of people really are into coffee. They're addicted to coffee, and how you compete with that? Offering them turmeric. I don't know.
Well, it helps. It's all about health benefits. You know, most of our teas are caffeine free. And I know that as much as people love their coffee, it's addictive. It's not necessarily the most ideal thing. So what we offer is something that is either low caffeine or no caffeine.
Okay.
Plus all of the health benefits that I would have mentioned. So you're getting double dose, essentially.
Right. That's how you sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you decide to expand the line of soups that you have? Do you get the question of how come you didn't add this flavor or how come you didn't add this one?
Well, yeah, we do get that question. But again, we just looked at the market and realized, you know, how many brands do a goat soup or a ram goat soup or a manish water, as we would call it in Jamaica, you know. So we just took a look at the market and saw what was there and said, these are the ones that we're going to go for.
How are people responding to the product?
People love them so far. The ram goat is the best seller, hands out, so far. I think because of when we launched, it's close to Christmas. So, you know, persons have their family gatherings for whatever reason. And, you know, it's a staple. Manish water is goat soup is a staple. So I think that is what is helping it to do so well.
Okay.
Could you share with us some quick recipes for these soups? Like how do you prepare these soups?
Oh, well, the recipes, to be honest, are on the back. I won't go into any details. The recipes are on the back of all the sachets. And you can also find recipes on our Instagram and Facebook pages at Caribbean Dreams Official. But generally speaking, the sachet has seasoning and noodles in it. So you just add it to boiling water. You add, you know, whatever meat you'd like and any ground provisions, vegetables, etc. Leave it to boil for a bit. And you're good to go.
You hear that? Beau-regard can't cook, you know.
Can't cook. We still a fry plant, Mama Kelly.
The instructions are clearly
Still frying planted.
You hear the question while you're answering. While you're answering, Kimone him finger crossed. I hope him can do it.
All right, down, Mama Kelly.
everything is there. Everything is there. We do it specifically to whatever it is. So the ram goat recipe won't be the same as the fish recipe or the vegetable or any other one. So you have a whole list of 6 to try.
Okay. Where in the tri-state area, where in America can we get the products?
Okay, well, firstly, you can go on Amazon.com. We have, a storefront there. You can visit us on Amazon or Carib Shopper. And I was also told we are in Yellow Market, Green Market, Country Boy, and Chef's Choice.
My final question would be, you mentioned the Caribbean Dreams official. Are there any other social media pages that our listeners need to know about?
Well, they can also visit our Tetley page, Tetley JE, at Tetley JE. So that's on Instagram and Facebook. But for Caribbean Dreams, Instagram and Facebook, it's Caribbean Dreams Official.
Okay.
Mama Kelly, I was on the website and I was looking around, right? And I saw they had something called cupboard essentials, meaning things that you must have in your cupboard. I'm going to ask you, Mama Kelly, what is one thing we have in your cupboard before Miss Kimone gives us what the cupboard essentials are?
Oh my goodness. If me not have no ginger, one of the Caribbean kind of dreams kind of ginger would have probably have it in there. You understand?
Right.
Because say every ailment we have down here is gas.
I totally agree.
So the ginger definitely would be in my cupboard.
Would I say pepper and salt? Always in a
No. Say you want me to get some basic. No, you set me up for that in a Beauregard. Yes, you're right.
But let's find out from Kimone. What are some of the cupboard essentials that you have?
So I would say, yes, the ginger, whether ginger tea bag or the instant ginger, because the instant ginger can be used to make beverages and so on. Coconut milk powder is another staple. I would say one of our soups. I think whatever your palate is, whether you're meat or non-meat, etc., we have a soup for you. So I put that in. And
sardine.
Yeah, sardines.
Yeah, so
there's a lot for that. And then we're hurricane prone, so it serves throughout the year. Yeah.
I have been asked to ask you, do you have something coming new this year or by year end? What is that?
Yes, so we are going to, we've expanded the soup line and we're going to now expand into some spices. So you can look out for more information on that before the year is through. We're
somewhat
still spices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're going deeper into that section of the industry.
Okay.
Kimone, please tell our listeners how they may follow you on social media.
All right. For Caribbean Dreams, it's at Caribbean Dreams Official. So that's on Instagram and Facebook.
At Caribbean Dreams Official. At Caribbean Dreams Official. Ladies and gentlemen, at Caribbean Dreams Official.
One of our listeners just sent me her receipt a while ago. She's there in New York. She just, hear the phone go off. She just buy the ram goat.
Oh, lovely. Okay. And where did she buy it?
She in Connecticut. She showed me the receipt. Yeah, man. Online, obviously. It's $11.39 for $1.14. I don't know what is what. But anyway, she just sent me a while ago. But these people were loving buy it. So she should buy it.
Thank you so much to that listener. Big up.
And enjoy. Yeah, tell the listener enjoy.
Yes, and enjoy. Well. And feel free to message the host back and let them know.
Oh, she bought it on Amazon.
Oh, she bought it on Amazon. Okay,
yes.
Even better.
Yes.
So she can do that out of the comfort of her home.
Yes, and she says she actually loves the ram goat mix, indeed.
Awesome.
So nice talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being on, Miss Kimone. Bless up yourself.
All right. Yes, okay. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Okay, so that's Kimone Meikle, and she is from Caribbean Dreams. And
them say if a flavor you want, flavor you get.
Yeah, for real. Me get another text where said, don't make Beauregard dry you out, Leave the sardines. No, leave the sardine subject alone. The sardine.
Oh, man. every Jamaican household have a tin of sardine in them, Mama Kelly. Somewhere.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Even if I know for somebody, will come there.
Somebody, yeah.
Yeah, man, for somebody. Exactly. But let me tell you something now, Beau-regard. With you and your salt and pepper, no, the people that don't sell salt. So show me, it had me face. The people that don't sell salt and pepper. Sure. But here where you're going to come in, but Mama said basic. Me know, man. Because you don't get no more basic than that.
But you know, Mama Kelly, that's one of the main things that you see in everybody cupboard. Salt and pepper. Everybody always have that. Whether people in the house use it or not, people always have little salt or little pepper. I'm trying to get off of that salt stuff. You know, trying to heat.
You know something though, and them have sugar too. But you know, it's all in your hands, you know. And sometimes you go and like say, the sugar just run way down and we just had to eat it. There's a thing of sugar. I used to consume sugar like everybody else. And there's a thing of sugar, a big tin of sugar as one of the things that I have in my cupboard, Beau-regard. And trust me, it just not going down because it's not getting use. It's not being used as much as it used to.
I started doing the same thing. I stopped using the granulated sugar, the white sugar. That's like drugs. That's crack or whatever that is. that don't come in my house no more, Mama Kelly, right?
Right.
So I started using the brown sugar, and what I find myself doing when I'm making tea now is I start putting less and less, and I'm there with the spoon. You know, the sugar bag, and I said, should I put more or take out back some? Put more, or, you know, and I start finding myself drinking it with less and less sugar. But I haven't gotten to the point
what you just said a while ago. Yeah. A lot of people who finding it hard to break out of anything. I find, well, some people prefer to just do it cold turkey, but I'm just like you. I would put a little bit and then less than what I would have normally put until you acquire the taste for that little bit.
Exactly.
And then you take it away little.
Exactly. Yeah, man. But they, you know, they have the saying, Mama Kelly, and pardon me for saying this, they say anything what tastes good, spit it out. I mean, it's not good for you. Yeah, man, if it tastes good, nobody, it's not good for you.
No, but what you know, I remember years ago when we were little youth, because everything we do, everything we get beaten for. So my brother said, boy, come like, if it feels good, you just work it out, it wrong.
Yeah, man.
As long as you're having fun, you do something wrong.
Yeah, do something wrong. Yeah,
so, what you say? If
it tastes good, spit it out. Train yourself like that. I said, oh man, this tastes so good. It can't good for me.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. Just tell yourself that every time you eat something and it tastes good and you can't stop. Just remind yourself.
You know, but you see, there's logic in that, you know, and you can search very deeply. And the logic really is that this what's sweet to the belly is not good, and what is bitter to the belly is better for the belly.
Exactly.
So I learned that the hard way because, you know, drinking scarcity, you know, as an adult. When I was a child, you have to go run me down and catch me.
Yeah, man. I remember those days, Mama, as a youth, when my mother makes scarcity and I eat half a drink, nothing else, no there. I eat half a drink. Or sometimes I see my kids do that now in this time. Them coming out of the house and them say, what's for dinner? Them ask my wife, what's for dinner? And she say, whatever I cook. Like, and them can't do that. You see the look on them face like.
I hope I don't color look.
like them pay bills are them buy and say this them want for dinner today, you know? Them come in and ask questions. I'm like, whatever you get for dinner, that's what's for dinner.
But you know, my mother was just like that, I must confess. And that is why I hate sardines so much to this day. Because I say, I don't like the thing. And you know, I can't do like it. Oh, who tell me if you're going to do like it?
Yeah,
Me get chastised from my little picnic. I come up because I don't like it. So you see, one of the things them always I say when my little picnic, you see when me at work, you see when me start for work, you say, "Alio, sardine, you can't come in my house."
To this day, I can't eat peanut, you know, Mama Kelly. Peanut is something I cannot eat whole. But I'll have it in a punch or anything like that. You know, if it blended or and of that nature. I can't eat peanut butter.
What, you're allergic to the peanut?
No, I'm not allergic. I just never liked the taste when I was younger.
Oh.
You know,
Oh,
and
okay.
I just grew up that way. But I'll still have it. But you know, in a punch, peanut, any punch and then blend up peanut and I'll drink it like that. But
Okay.
I cannot eat it per se. Yeah.
But you know, sometimes you see some, you know, not really cartoons, but you know, little posters about what Jamaican parents are about West Indian parents. And trust me, some of it is true because I mean, I've never had a friend outside of being West Indian whose parents actually beat them for swallow something. No, and it's good people doing it, you know. I don't know why you feel so wicked people. It's nice people.
No. Yeah, man, sit down and eat your food. You can't move till you eat. You have to eat.
You have
Yeah,
to
man.
eat it. Whether it good for you, yes. Let me say good for you. Remember saying that a while ago, you know, just say you can't deal with peanut. So, you know, from your picnic stage, so, you know, but say so when you're picnic, you know,
Yeah, man.
I think we're going break. I
Yes,
think
we
we
are.
need to break and then we continue.
All right, we'll be right back.
Cool. Rejoining us here right inside of the Global Connection, and here is where Jamaica meets up with New York, the tri-state to be exact, and we're streaming live to the Irish Jam Radio. We have also live online. Beau-regard. Beau-regard. I hope you're not seeing that, you know. You're not seeing that.
No, I didn't see
Good.
it.
Wonderful.
I
It wasn't
did not
meant
see
for you.
You know, I heard you playing a Richie Stephens song earlier. You know, shout outs to Richie Stephens. His album is doing extremely well. He's getting ready to come here for Mother's Day weekend. He'll be performing at the Mother's Day tribute this year in Queens. It's an annual thing, Mama Kelly, an event that I've been doing for a while now. Doing it now with my brother Jamel, the car guy, and it's been a great situation. We hope to turn it up to another notch this year for all the mothers in the tri-state area and for anybody who could make it. Saturday, May 13th, the compound in Queens, 19001 Linden Boulevard. Richie Stephens will be performing live.
Nice. You know, March is the month that we celebrate International Women's Day.
Yes.
So we just want to send a shout out to your listeners, your side in New York, and of course those here with us in Jamaica to just enjoy the entire month of March as we celebrate our being women.
Exactly. Happy Women's History Month to you also, Mama Kelly, and to all the women tuned in, listening to the Bridge 99 FM and to Irish Jam Radio. Bless upon yourselves. You are the mother of civilization, the mother of the earth. We cannot be here without the woman, so big up to every woman worldwide.
Thanks.
Yeah, there's no life without the women. I don't know, some people don't realize that.
I mean, you know,
Life would
fairness
cease
though,
to
there's no
exist.
life without one either. No.
Life would cease to exist, Mama Kelly, without the woman.
You know,
Or without both of us, but you know,
Yeah,
no one
I
can
know what you
enter
mean.
this. No one can enter this realm without the woman.
yes.
Yeah.
You know that a bumblebee is said to be able to reproduce herself though.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's that.
Wow.
But just a, you know, just aside. But really and truly, when I see the relationship between a man and a woman deteriorating to the level where there's no longer any respect, that is just more than sad, you know. That is actually survival. It threatens our existence.
And society has a lot to do with that too, Mama Kelly. Some of the things that we see happening, you know, especially in our communities, you know, the men are no longer acting like men. Sad to
Yes.
say, you know,
Yes.
they are no longer acting like men. They have been systematically emasculated.
Yes.
Let me say that much, you know, and there's no fight left in them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
But you know
yeah.
something though, I hear you loud and clear, and it is obvious, and I know your interest would be the black man because you're a black man. But sometimes when you look at the broader picture, Beau-regard, you realize that it is actually an emasculation of men generally, because our counterparts, you know, your counterparts are emasculated too. It affects our community in the sense that we're having fatherless children, and it affects us in so many other ways that perhaps don't affect others, but emasculation.
That is one of the big things, the fatherless children, Mama Kelly.
Yes.
The men not being there to raise their boys and show them how to be a man.
Yes.
And how to carry on after they have gone, and to keep it going.
A lot of the others that we speak of
life.
Don't have children as much as the black man we claim same is whatever when you have picnic out there. But these, it's look here. A person can be who they are, but I'm not convinced that so many people are just this one person. Because if you study close enough, you realize that everybody behave in the same way. Everybody behave in the same way. It's not like say I'm seeing a difference in personality and a peculiarity amongst. Everybody is behaving same way. Same way.
And you know what hurts me also, Mama Kelly, as a black man, to see our women getting up and saying they don't need us. That hurt as a black man. Not personally, but as a black man.
Yeah.
To hear women saying they don't need us. And we know that that society has really played a role on that as well, in terms of turning the black woman against the black man.
Yes. Especially where you are, because it's obvious that there are certain rights that has been taken away from the black man and given to the black woman as a means of divide and rule.
Exactly.
And
destroy
we need
the black
to see
family.
it. Yes, to destroy the black family. We need to see it. So you see the conversations that we have about who need who. They were done because we were created to be interdependent. We need each other. I mean, right now we have some one piece of concrete to move from because water commission say me to move because some new something are coming and they need more space. You think I want my sister and them are going to dig out the concrete? I'm a brethren.
Yes.
I mean, you understand? And I'm not saying it's only that I need man friend. I don't get me wrong.
No, I totally understand.
But you see where me I come from. And to know that you have that is a blessing.
And we'll see the jokes from time to time on social media. And you see where people are not really thinking. They'll just post something and take it as a joke. But when you really look at the reality of it, that's exactly what it is. And you'll see somebody post something and say, okay, when it snow, they must say, who are going to dig out it, who are going to shovel your yard now? You tell about say you don't want a man, so call your sister or call whoever to come. I've seen those jokes on social media. They post a woman with a flat tire and say, okay, call your friend. You say you don't need a man, but that's the reality of where it is. This is how the men start to think that, okay, I'm not going to help a woman because women say them don't need us.
It's a vicious cycle in Beau-regard.
Yeah,
It's such, because let me tell you why we say, me hear you and me totally get you. There's nothing where you say where me not get. But then up comes a woman who says, I'm a man.
That's another story, Mama Kelly. That's another story.
And you see, and somebody, another woman might find that attractive because the man them just pass her and say, where the man them there, whatever. So she bitter now, girl, because the man them just pass her.
And it's only our women that they expect to be strong. They will never hear them say that about the Chinese women, about the white women, about
No,
any
keep the
of
white
any-
woman. Better you say Chinese.
I just
Better you say
black-
Chinese. No, Mrs. Son trapped.
No, understand what I'm saying, Mama Kelly. This is the stigma that has been put on the black woman, that she should be
Yes.
strong.
Oh, like that. I got you.
Exactly, a strong black woman.
Yeah.
That's always been the case for our women. Whereas in other ethnicities or
Yeah, I hear you.
nationalities, they're just women. They don't have to be strong and all of these things. Only
Yeah,
the
man.
black woman then put that pants, so them have to be strong.
And you see,
You know?
as a strong black woman myself, me tired for strong. No, because
I'm
sometimes
telling you.
sometimes me tired for strong.
It's a game, Mama Kelly, that plays on you.
Because as
psyche.
strong as me is, let me tell you something, he's very strong. And I'm here to represent the strong. And as strong as we may look, we're not that strong. We're just not that strong. We're not created
Exactly.
like that.
And that just goes to tell you the amount of pressure they expect the black woman to bear to be a strong black woman.
Exactly. That's what it is. Because a strong black woman know if you go dig out the concrete out, me not doing it. As long as man they boat, me not doing it.
Real talk, mama. Real talk.
Anyway, so I guess we've ranted long enough. but you see, when you talk about Beau-regard, a common conversation all about, because man dissatisfied and woman dissatisfied, and where are we going to bridge that gap?
We need to look out and help each other, love and cherish each other as kings and queens, and get back to where we were as black people and our status on this earth. That's the main thing. Start looking out for each other and to lift up our status once again, and to let the world recognize us for who we are.
Absolutely. And respect our differences. You know, we are different and we were created that way, and it's a good thing.
True indeed. True indeed, Mama.
Bless
Wonderful conversation, as usual.
Always.
Thank you so much.
Normally, my sister have too much thing for say, all she could have said this time is, wow, that's nice. When somebody will have whole heap of thing for say, can go say, wow. Good. Good.
That's good. That's great.
New York?
Okay, Mama.
Yes.
You have a wonderful weekend, Jamaica. Enjoy your weekend. Everybody stay safe and stay out of trouble. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Bless up yourself. Enough love, New York.
Take care.
Bless. Thank you very much. It is now, what time is it? It is now 1:57. So it means that it's time for us to wrap up. I will soon be getting that wrap up signal. Oh, it's warm in my belly. Oh, I thought it was wow. It's actually warm in my belly. So I'm going to get that wrap up signal right now. So this is how we say so long. Certainly hope you enjoy the conversations that we have. I want to bless up the team Untengle, bless up yourself. Remember now we come in again on Thursday, most high willing. We start at 10 o'clock in the morning and we go through till 2 in the afternoon. We untangle on Thursdays and we have a wonderful time on Thursdays. So we just invite you to just be a part of the show.